There are a lot of business owners out there who would like to have different experiences, to have the experience of making more money, to have the experience of a business that grows fast, to have the experience of more control over your time. But how do you get that new experience? Hey, welcome back, everyone. I am Mike Sutton with BeBuildHave.com, and I work with first generation business leaders who are getting burnt out on all the doing in their business and are ready to just start being happy and successful. And one of the areas that I work with a lot of business owners on, and this is a journey that I've been going through myself, is how do we get those new experiences? I have the experience of struggling in my business and always feeling behind and not making enough money. How do I get the other experience, the other side of that experience, the side of the experience where I'm making the money that I want, where I have control over my time and my business is growing the way that I want? So I'm going to start by looking at the two areas where we run into trouble. And the first is habit. So now, habit's kind of a double-edged sword because without habit, life would be a lot harder. We make decisions out of habit to streamline the process. And so we set our beliefs and we have our experiences, and our habits help us to continue to have those same experiences over and over again, and presumably to be more effective. The downside is if we're not having the experiences that we want, then we would call those bad habits, and they just keep us having those same experiences over and over again. So with respect to habit, the main tool that you have at your disposal is choice, choosing consciously to have a new experience. And this will take some thought. You'll have to think about, what kind of experience do I want? What's that going to look like? And you may not be able just to decide right away to have more money, but you can think about what kind of experiences do people who make more money than I do have? What kind of experiences do people who have more control of their time have? And how can I start to have some of those experiences? And the more you can expose yourself to those experiences, the more natural it is going to be for you to repeat them over and over again and start making them part of your habits. Now, the other side of what keeps us having the same experiences over and over again is avoidance. So for example, I was in the past very sales reluctant. I didn't want to have the experience of being rejected. And so the tool there is just making the conscious choice to allow that experience. Instead of trying to avoid the experience of being rejected, I had to be open to having the experience of being rejected. And once I freed myself to be able to have that experience consciously, it became less likely that I actually would have that experience. And again, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but you can't have great success without the risk of great failure. You have to be willing to risk failure in order to achieve the success that you want. Like in poker, you can't win big if you're not willing to go all in. And that's all we're talking about here. So are you willing to have those experiences of being rejected, being criticized, potentially failing, in order to have the experience of success that you want, to get those results that you want? And so those are your two big tools. Hope you got value from today's message. If you enjoyed it, please consider sharing the episode with your friends. And until we speak again, be the best person that you can be, build exactly the business that you love and want, and have all the success and happiness in life.